Imagine running a business without knowing the true state of your finances. You make sales, pay bills, and hire employees, but without a solid grasp of accounting fundamentals, you might as well be sailing a ship without a compass. Now, here's the kicker. Did you know that mastering just two terms, debit and credit, could be the key to navigating your financial waters? That's right. Today, we're not just scratching the surface, we're diving deep into the core of accounting that governs all financial transactions. By the end of this video, you'll not only understand what debits and credits mean, but you'll also be equipped with the tools to apply these concepts in your everyday financial dealings. But before we dive in, if you're passionate about enhancing your financial literacy and gaining valuable insights, subscribe to our channel, Education Bench, for more engaging and informative content. Let's get started. The foundation of accounting. To fully appreciate the concepts of debit and credit, we first need to explore the foundation of accounting itself. Accounting, in its simplest form, is the systematic recording, reporting, and analysis of financial transactions. It allows businesses to keep track of their income and expenses, providing a clear picture of their financial health. Now let's go back in time for a moment. The origins of accounting can be traced back thousands of years to ancient Mesopotamia, where the earliest records of financial transactions were kept on clay tablets. These rudimentary forms of accounting eventually evolved into more sophisticated methods, culminating in the double-entry accounting system we use today. This system was popularized by Luca Pacioli in the 15th century, who is often referred to as the father of accounting. He introduced the concept of double-entry bookkeeping, which emphasizes that every transaction has two sides, a debit and a credit. This is crucial because it ensures that the accounting equation, assets equals liabilities plus equity, always remains balanced. But what does this mean for you? Understanding how debits and credits fit into this equation is essential for anyone looking to manage finances, whether for a personal budget or a business's financial statements. And remember, if you find this information helpful, drop a comment below and let us know what topics you want to learn more about. Your feedback helps us create content tailored just for you. Deep dive into debits and credits. Let's break down what debits and credits actually mean in practical terms. A debit is an entry that increases an asset or expense account, while it decreases a liability or equity account. Conversely, a credit is an entry that increases a liability or equity account while decreasing an asset or expense account. To illustrate, let's consider a simple transaction. Imagine you just opened a bakery and bought ingredients for $200. In this case, you would debit your inventory account because you are increasing your assets, the ingredients, by $200. Simultaneously, you would credit your cash account, reflecting that you've decreased your cash by the same amount. Let's explore another example. Suppose you offer a cake for $300 to a customer who pays you in cash. Here, you would debit your cash account, an asset, because you are increasing it by $300. At the same time, you would credit your sales revenue account because you are increasing your income. This balancing act between debits and credits is crucial and represents the essence of the double-entry accounting system, the accounting equation in action. Let's take a closer look at the accounting equation and how debits and credits work together to maintain its balance. The accounting equation is expressed as assets equals liabilities plus equity. For every transaction, the total amount of debits must equal the total amount of credits. This balance ensures that the accounting equation holds true. Consider a scenario where you take a loan of $5,000 to help start your bakery. In this instance, you would debit your cash account for $5,000, reflecting the increase in your assets. Simultaneously, you would credit a liabilities account, such as loans payable, for the same amount, indicating that you owe this money. Now, let's explore the effects of this loan on your equity. Once you start making sales, say you generate $2,000 in revenue, you will debit cash for that amount and credit your revenue account. This increase in revenue ultimately increases your equity, as profits contribute to the owner's equity. And while you're absorbing this information, don't forget to subscribe to Education Bench. We're committed to providing you with the best educational resources. Let's keep learning together. Common misconceptions about debits and credits. Now that we've established the foundational concepts of debits and credits, let's address some common misconceptions that often confuse beginners. A prevalent misunderstanding is that debits always mean increase, and credits always mean decrease. This is simply not true. It depends on the type of account being affected. For example, when you incur an expense, you are debiting an expense account, which increases that account. However, the cash you are using to pay for that expense is being credited, effectively reducing your asset. It's crucial to consider the context of each transaction to fully understand the implications of debits and credits. Another common pitfall is overlooking the impact of these entries on financial statements. Misclassifying a debit or credit can lead to errors in reporting, which can be detrimental to a business. For instance, if you mistakenly credit an expense when you should have debited it, you will underreport your expenses and overstate your profits. Real-world applications of debits and credits. Let's take a moment to explore how different industries apply debits and credits in their operations. Understanding these applications can provide valuable insights for anyone managing finances, whether you're running a small business or overseeing a larger enterprise. Retail industry. In a retail business, every sale involves debits and credits. When a customer buys an item, the store debits its cash or accounts receivable, depending on whether the payment was made in cash or on credit. Simultaneously, the sales revenue account is credited to reflect the income generated. Service-based businesses. For service-oriented companies, debits and credits are equally important. When a service is rendered, the business debits the accounts receivable for the amount billed and credits the service revenue account. For example, a graphic design firm providing services worth $1,000 would increase its accounts receivable and service revenue accordingly. Manufacturing sector. In the manufacturing sector, debits and credits come into play at various stages. When raw materials are purchased, the inventory account is debited and cash is credited. Once these materials are used in production, the cost of goods sold (COGS) is debited, while the inventory account is credited. And hey, if you're enjoying these insights, consider sharing this video with someone who might benefit from understanding debits and credits. Spread the knowledge and empower others. The role of technology in accounting. Fast forward to today, and technology has revolutionized how we approach accounting. With advanced software like QuickBooks, Xero, and Sage, the manual processes of tracking debits and credits have become much more streamlined. These platforms automate the double entry system, reducing the likelihood of errors and saving time. Many of these tools also provide real-time reporting, which can be invaluable for businesses looking to make informed decisions quickly. Imagine having the power to pull up a report that shows your cash flow status or outstanding receivables at the click of a button. This capability allows for more strategic planning and better financial management. If you're keen to learn how technology can boost your accounting efficiency, stay tuned for our upcoming videos where we'll dive deeper into the best accounting software for your needs. Make sure to hit that subscribe button. Debits and credits in personal finance. While we focused primarily on business applications, understanding debits and credits is equally beneficial in personal finance. By recognizing how these concepts operate, you can make more informed decisions about budgeting, saving, and investing. For example, consider your personal bank account. When you receive your paycheck, you are debiting your cash account because your assets are increasing. Conversely, when you pay bills or make a purchase, you are crediting your cash account, reflecting a decrease in your assets. Keeping track of these transactions allows you to manage your finances effectively and stay on top of your budget. Actionable tips for accounting success. Now that you have a solid grasp of debits and credits, let's discuss some actionable tips to help you succeed in your accounting journey. Keep detailed records. Maintaining accurate records of all transactions will make it easier to identify debits and credits and understand their implications. Utilize accounting software. Leverage technology to automate processes and reduce errors. Familiarize yourself with popular accounting software to enhance your financial management skills. Stay educated. Continuously educate yourself about accounting principles. Consider enrolling in courses or workshops to improve your knowledge. Seek professional help. Don't hesitate to consult with an accountant or financial advisor, especially if you're dealing with complex transactions or significant financial decisions. Practice, practice, practice. The more you apply these concepts in real-life scenarios, the more comfortable you'll become with them. So remember, the next time you record a transaction, whether it's buying groceries, launching a startup, or investing in stocks, think about the role that debits and credits play in shaping your financial story. Knowledge is power, and now you have the tools to take control of your financial destiny. If you found this video helpful, please give it a thumbs up, subscribe to Education Bench for more enriching content, and share it with someone who might benefit from mastering debits and credits. Don't forget to visit our website for more resources that will elevate your financial understanding. Until next time, keep learning, keep growing, and remember, every great financial journey begins with a single step.